motorcycles.
Oh, you're a little lost, Mike. On the
What? Am I not on the screen?
You're a little bit off the screen.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm really more here for the
Do I look
audience.
like a Joe Rogan?
Yes. Well, welcome. Here it is. I'm doing this myself now. I have my own one of these. It's my own podcast. I don't know why Mike let me do this or let me put this on his site.
Why I'm paying $7 a month for this?
Yeah, I have no idea, but he's letting me do it. No, I'm paying $7 a month for this.
Well, no, it's hitting my credit card, so
Well, but you're paying less than utilities for it.
a whopping $7 less.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
there
adds
you go.
up. It's what seven? It's like
We're getting
it's
bogged down.
it's like $80 a month.
We're getting
I'll
bogged
give you
down.
$100 for the month. How about it?
There
For
it
the year. I mean, yes. Now.
Yeah,
What?
there we go.
I don't know what your deal is.
Outstanding. This is off to a great start.
Goddamn $4 billion.
$7.
So, but yeah, this is my new podcast. We're acronym is ZAP for Zack's Ambitious Podcast. That's totally picked up on the microphone, by the way. Right?
Zack!
The pen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, my mic.
What?
My mic is
Is what?
loose.
Yeah.
Fixed it. Okay.
Perfect.
So basically, what we're doing is like tier lists and like car talk stuff, just stuff that didn't quite work on Cam proper, and definitely not what Mike's doing with his new podcast, which is his interviewing stuff. And so this is just me hanging out with my bros with beers, talking about cars. And so today's whole thing is first cars. First cars. First cars.
Yes.
It's so quiet.
Into the microphone, Costa.
Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it. There you go.
There you go. God, yeah.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to make a cultural touchdown. This is like eating a gyro, the food of your people.
Gyro.
Gyro.
Goddamn it. Gyro.
Gyro or lamb and tuna fish, whatever the fuck it is you people do over there. You move your head around the thing. You don't move it around your head.
2 fingers. Is it 2 fingers?
Yeah,
There it is, just like prom night.
Goddamn 2 fingers, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, so we're going to be talking about our first cars as well as we're going to be doing a tier list about first cars. And so, fuck, this whole thing is broken. That's fine. I can fix it though. So, does someone want to start with their? Oh, do we have any sponsors?
No, we don't.
This is sponsored by Cam Auto Mag.
Sponsored by Fat Tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Unofficially.
And
This is
boiled steaks.
Unofficially, but New Belgium.
Boiled
Come on.
steaks. Yes. How you say it?
New Belgium.
No. The steak.
Sous vide. Sous vide. That was totally working. I totally fucked it up.
This is
Yes.
That's fine. Yes. So check out Cam Automag on all social media at camautomag.com. There might even be some Zap's merchandise.
Oh,
There might be.
I might be willing to put down some money for that.
We need to get some fucking Zap artwork going because
Oh, yeah.
currently your podcast has no artwork.
Oh, that's totally fine. That makes But yeah.
The window is open for the first time in forever and is weird.
I wanted some natural lighting while I was in here fixing shit.
Okay. Now that the sun is set, we don't need natural light because there is none.
Yeah.
It's getting weird.
Well, does someone want to start with some good car stories?
okay.
Or good first car stories.
Well, first car in here,
Yeah, I guess you technically have two first cars.
No. First car it was my dad car's one in US, right? US? Do I? Can you?
Maybe talk into it. Talk at it.
Okay,
how
God damn it! I'm not a goddamn YouTuber. God
Do you
damn
see
it!
how I turned to my mic to look at you?
Oh, okay.
Neither are we, but here we are.
Manhandle that.
Manhandle. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mercury Villager Nautica Special.
Oh, fuck yeah, buddy.
God damn. That was my party van, dude.
Oh, just
What
aiming
was
for
it?
the middle.
Party van.
Just balling at JCPenney with the Nautica.
Party
You hear
van.
Nautica?
Yeah,
Okay.
party
Okay.
van. Goddamn party van, dude.
This is my 6th beer of the night. How am I picking this shit up
I'm,
better than you
I'm
are?
doing three things at the same time.
6 beers? No, I have to God damn it! I'm only 4.
We can get you some more.
God damn it!
Rich.
Okay.
We got the fridge. You can have the white wine. Leave the red. I'm doing something with that later on.
You want some wine?
Fuck wine. Give me headaches.
Sure, this isn't
Understandable.
sponsored by alcohol.
Alcoholism.
This is sponsored by We Should Be Going to Therapy.
This is therapy. This is my therapy.
Group therapy.
Talks.
Group therapy.
Yeah. God damn right.
I'm fucking jealous. Okay, so you had a Nautica. Do you think fun with it? Just
Yes. Giving rights to girls.
Yeah.
Hey.
Of course. Partying my minivan always.
Okay.
Costa.
The party in the back. The seats fall flat.
Yes.
You had
always.
relations.
yes.
Damn right.
You had relations in me.
Of course.
That minivan would be a fireworks show with a black light.
No. I didn't have LEDs back then, so it was dark. God.
No,
damn
it was just pure old school. Fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking. What color was it?
It was white and blue. It was
I
only one.
think all the colors that Nauticas were.
Yeah.
I think it was either
and,
white with blue or
and-
blue with white.
Mhm.
I don't
Oh,
think there was
maybe.
another option.
And there's some gold, silver.
Oh yeah,
Oh, the pinstripe.
gold. Yeah,
Yeah,
gold
fine.
like gold
Yeah,
yellow
yeah,
trim
yeah,
with
yeah.
like the Nautica logo on there.
Uh-huh. Goddamn.
Man.
Yeah. Mercury Nautical, yo. No.
Yeah.
Villager Nautical, yes.
Yes.
God damn it.
God, just squarely aiming at the middle of the suburban mall with that shit.
But family first car was Mitsubishi Lancer
Hell yeah.
85. 85?
1985?
Yes.
All right, okay.
That was in Europe, not here. You know?
Yeah, you know, the places where they got fun stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we can get
so you guys, you didn't get the Lancer until what? 2000?
90?
Until
So Europe got all the cool cars. Does Greece count? Did
Of
they
course.
also get cool
I
cars?
think
Yes.
I think the EU.
Whoever
all the
can
same
afford it
cars.
can have anything. You know?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to
Fixing
speak
shit.
more clear.
You're doing a good job from what I can hear over here without the headphones
okay.
on.
You're doing better. I haven't yelled at you yet.
Mumbling.
Well, Ryan, what about you? What got your first car?
It's a car. It was a
Mumbling.
91 Volkswagen Jetta, a red coupe with a 5-speed.
Ooh, cool.
One of the last coupes.
Hell yeah.
It had a really cool key. That was the coolest part about the whole car was the key.
Holy
Ah.
shit.
Nice.
Fixed it.
Did you?
Classic.
I got a lot of echo going on.
What the fuck is that going?
The TV probably.
Check.
Okay.
Check 1, 2.
Perfect.
1, 2. Okay.
Two
Yeah.
fingers.
Nice.
Zop.
Just like prom night.
Zop. 2 fingers. That will be the name of the podcast.
Zap's 2 fingers, Kyle. I don't think I want that. So, sorry, I told you. So, what did you say you had?
I had a 91 Jetta Mark II coupe red with 5-speed.
Ooh, okay. So that was the 2.0?
A 1.8.
The 1.8
It threw down 100 stallions when new.
Nice, okay.
Alright.
It was a car.
It was a car.
It was a hand car.
Do you have any good stories from it?
It broke a couple times.
How do we have no good first car stories? Costa,
What?
come on.
I have perfect car story. What the hell? The goddamn minivan is a perfect.
Yeah, well, do you have any good
Picking up
stories?
chicks and shit.
It was
Do you have
Yeah.
any stories, though?
He was fucking in the minivan. That's
Okay,
all the
were
story
you
need.
fucking in the Jetta?
Absolutely not. Not
No.
even kind of.
God, nobody with a Jetta flexes his
Pussy,
Jetta.
man. Come on.
True.
You have
That's-
to. What the fuck?
Did you like jump it or something? Come on, you gotta give me something.
We tried to take it rallying at some point with a Saab in the West Desert.
Okay.
Oh boy.
It did. It made it home, so that's probably good.
Alright.
We were
And then-
16, so
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And after that, hold on. After that, the second car is I bought with my own credit and money. It was the Acura TL.
A TL.
Yes.
Was it champagne?
No, it was gray and black. You know.
Ah,
Yes.
perfect.
And we went to Las Vegas, and when we came back, I had like Four
Syphilis?
girls. 4 girls back there. 5. One. Yeah. 5. God damn. And we
Mad.
broke down. We broke down to St. George. Because that car has the faulty transmission and shit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So,
The
And-
worst automatic.
Yes,
so what I know,
yes.
what I know from Costa is he didn't get out and push. He made the girls get out and push. He sat in there.
No,
And
This
the
is,
seat
no.
leaned
this is
back.
the Eastern
I make it
European
with
way.
the first gear all the way to the goddamn hotel, dude.
You know, first go in the hotel.
Yes.
Oh,
I
Wow,
just broke
we-
down after those, twisties before St. George.
yeah.
That's a design feature of the Hondas. The engine is so strong you can redline it in
Yes,
first gear
yes.
back to where you're going.
Yup.
So
Oh,
that was a good story.
that's
isn't it?
a good one. Yeah.
Do
Hey,
you have a better one?
probably not.
Okay. Shut the fuck up,
You
then.
shut the fuck up,
Wow.
Mike. I actually don't know what your first car is.
My first car was a 1988 Acura Legend sedan.
I do know what your first car is.
Yeah.
I do know what your first car is.
Yeah, I had some blown fuses, so the driver's side window wouldn't roll down. Found that out going through the drive-through, so I had to order by standing on the seat and yelling out the sunroof. That was a boss move.
This sounds like the Ludacris special.
It was up there. Yeah, except Luda had a second gen. I had a first gen. So
Would have loved his.
I
He
love
still
that.
does.
I think he still does. I think he
Yeah, he
still
still
does. Yeah.
has it, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking. It was at SEMA one year. I
Was
saw
it?
It was glorious.
That's awesome.
Fucking great. Yeah, I got pulled over a bunch in that thing because the headlight switch was failing. So sometimes I would just be going, and then the tail lights would go out,
Oh my god.
but I'd still have headlights, so I'd just be blissfully unaware. And then a cop would pull me over, and be like, "You do realize you don't have any tail lights?" I'm like, "Nope."
That would seem like a targeted drug dealer car back then.
It was really listen.
I told you I crashed an Acura Legend, right?
Yes, you did.
That was a good
It
one.
was one of the first stories like you ever told me.
Probably. And I
Well,
don't think you
outside
like.
of you being drunk at RMR,
That was fun.
you turned us out of that fucking hammock was hilarious.
That was awful. That was a bad time.
I had to walk away from you several times, and you kept following me.
Because I wanted to be your friend. Because Gavin wouldn't talk to me.
That's probably for the best.
So my first car was a '91 Toyota 4Runner.
Wow.
With
Why-
the wrong engine, if I recall.
It was a 3.0, but with manual 4-wheel drive. Still had the locking hubs. You had to get out and manually lock the hubs. What else was anything crazy with it? It was actually really well taken care of, but it had like 180,000 miles, which is pretty good for those, honestly.
So just
borrow.
broke it in.
It's
yeah.
borrowed time for a 3.0.
My grandpa did all the work on it. He put head gaskets and knock sensors and the whole 9 yards on it. It did blow a clutch on me, but that's probably due to my own bad driving. But my favorite story with it, though, is I worked at a go-karting place, K1.
Literally down the street. from us.
Literally down the streets. And I would used to, all the guys with all the racers, workers would go out and we'd just fuck around after hours.
Yeah,
they're all
calling you
friends.
guys racers is real ambitious.
Was-
This is the vein of this podcast.
Well, most of us were in the top 10%, top 5% fastest races on
Cool.
at a tiny little electric go-kart track. But,
That is now in the former craft store that also used to be the former aquarium.
which is amazing thing to be an aquarium.
What the fucking? I got kicked out of I never got kicked out of the aquarium, but behind there are just these nice banks that go to like retaining wall. I used to skate there all the time. I got kicked out by a lot of cute girls in khaki pants.
I almost rolled several
was a
vehicles on trying to drive up that.
That's,
One of which is said 4Runner.
that's the least surprising thing you
Yeah,
could
yeah,
have
right.
told me right now, Zach.
But the 4Runners thing is they have a roll down rear window. And so we went and got food and went to the gas station and we found a gas pump sized roll of receipt paper. And so our solution is we're going to have somebody, as we're driving down, you guys know where Lake High is?
Oh yes.
Down
Yeah.
that road, we had our buddy Jordan Wolfgren, who is a big member of the Utah karting community.
Uh-huh.
He was going to stand up, unbuckle himself, and climb into the back and feed it out the rear window as we're driving. It's going to make it drive. I don't know. We're like 18 years old. But as he's getting up, he stands up and goes, "Steer me straight, Captain." And I brake checked him so fucking hard. Like he was this like 5'4" dude is like now wrapped around the dash. Like he went flying from the back of the car over both rows of seats into the windshield. It was amazing.
Glorious.
Later that week I broke his foot by trying to lift him over a fence and dropped him. So, yeah. That was my 4Runner.
Oh. What a feeling. Toyota.
I thought you'd be more excited. I had my first car with a 4Runner.
But I already knew that.
Yeah. This is one of those you probably needed to have somebody in here who didn't know that. But
I
Just
know.
have 4 strangers and see what happens.
I'm not letting that many strange people into my fucking
Yeah,
house.
this is our house.
Yeah, God dang,
We both have say who's inside this house.
really do.
We
We need to have a list next to the door of people who are banned, like people who've been passing bad sex at the 7-Eleven. Dave weirdly dodged a bullet sleeping on our
He did.
couch.
He did.
somehow fucking did.
But well, any other good first car stories before we move on? Anyone?
Well, then I guess it wouldn't be a first car. It would be a third party's first car.
No, I'm just goddamn lame. Just kind too much parties without cars, you know.
I'll just like pot shot more stories at you if you want. A buddy in high school had a 95 Taurus and he threw it in reverse going 30 and it stalled.
Nice.
hey, okay, good to go. Just start her up. Like,
well, I guess we can move on to our next segment, which
Before you do
okay,
that,
go ahead.
how are we recording this as an audio podcast?
I'll strip it from YouTube and
Yeah, I was about to say we're gonna have to strip it from YouTube because this guy.
yeah, I'll strip it from YouTube and I'll give you an audio track, which I really don't want to do, but I'll do it for you.
I've
I'll
had
do
to
it
do
for
it
you.
several times for the Camcast.
It's not
so
fun.
It's really not.
Yeah.
But whatever. Here
I
we
can
go.
do it. Actually, I can probably just throw it in Premiere and just delete the video track and then export it.
Please do.
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, okay. So our next segment is a tier list. Do you guys know what tier lists are? Do I need to explain this to them? I explained to you guys.
Okay.
Explain it to us like we're the audience and we have no fucking idea what's going on.
Okay, so turn your attention to the screen. We have this thing called the tier list. So S is superior, supreme, it's the best. It is for the top of the top of the top. This is the cream of the creme.
Think anime. You ever watch anime? Oh, what about hentai? Whatever. S is the top.
S is the hentai, A is the anime.
Hentai out of 5, baby.
Yep. A is next one down.
Yes.
B is pretty middle.
Yes.
C, a little lower.
Yes.
D, yeah. F is
Fucked up!
is throw it in the garbage, burn it, light it on fire.
Fuck it.
It is the fucking worst thing you've ever seen.
Okay.
Okay. So then I went on to the random car generator, which is a free website, and I spent probably nearly 2 hours running that generator to get cars that I thought would be suitable first cars under 15 grand. And there's some other weird stuff too. And we're going to be rating these and put them on the list.
Okay.
So we're starting with the Chevy Express van.
Why are you putting it so low?
No, I put whatever. I'm just asking so you guys can see it.
I need you to put that up a lot higher.
You want this on like an A?
Well, listen. So,
Give me a reason.
I mean, other than it's very easily destroyable and nobody's going to give a shit if you wreck the former plumbing van with 300,000 miles on it. As a car enthusiast, it's probably got an LS in it. So, yeah, go ahead.
It probably has a Vortec in it, actually.
Or whatever.
It's the same thing.
It
Same
doesn't
thing.
matter. Pull a whole set off of a fucking 12 valve at a junkyard that somebody wrapped around a tree and cracked the block on. Hurl all the nitrous at it. Fuck it. Go hurt some feelings at the at your local street races. Or take it back to the 70s. Strobe light, black light, velour, waterbed.
Party van.
Party van?
Yes.
There it is. Yeah.
What do you got,
Get
Ryan?
yourself on that sex offender registry real early.
Because personally, I think it's like a B or a C. But Mike's a champion like an A right now.
I'm lower. I'm sitting lower
I'm
on
okay with
the
B.
contractor special.
The contractor special.
Um,
So Mike,
There's very little that's redeeming about this appliance. Like,
You can already start your scumbag life with this thing. You can become a pin on a map.
your life might already be there if you're driving this.
As someone who willingly went out and bought a tiny van for the purpose of sleeping in it, yeah, listen.
Okay, well,
We haven't made all. A lot of us haven't made great decisions in life.
as
Here we are.
as a tiebreaker, I'm going to put it as a B.
B, that's fine.
B, right?
I'm wondering what in the world's going to be a D or an F.
Oh, there's some good ones in
This
here.
van
Oh, okay.
is a B.
He fired off some. So what a little
What the hell is
behind-the-scenes
that?
work. Zach shotguns some of the things.
I
At
predict
me?
Zach
Is that
reevaluating earlier
Caravan?
decisions later.
Listen, he
on.
just shotguns cars at me, tells me what we're going to be talking about, and man, some of this stuff, Ryan, me and you, we're not going to know about. Costa, though,
Yes, there's this. Costa will know some of these.
yeah, being from a place with
Costa's just going to know the sexual potency of it.
No,
He's-
no.
Costa's
I
from a
like
place-
cars too, you know.
Costa's from a
I
place
finished
with.
Gran Turismo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Attaboy. Yeah, no.
GM
Costa's list is 1 to 6
Costa's-
inches. Like
Costa's from a place with the history and financial solvency and ethnic
Yeah.
cleansings and all that stuff.
Yeah, fuck
know.
those guys.
Yeah.
home country can't afford any of the cars on this list.
So
Country's closed. Moose out front. Should have told you.
Well,
What
what
do you got
kind is
there?
that?
GMC Envy
Envoy.
What is
Envoy, GMC Envoy.
Envoy. There's
that?
another
Is that,
vowel
is
in
that
there.
Okay, which rebadged Chevy is that?
It's a fancy fucking trailblazer.
Coincidentally, yesterday
Fuck
I was
that
in
shit.
like a 20-year-old Yukon. If that's the nice Tahoe, it was a piece of shit. It's a Chevy, but whatever.
fuck
Yeah,
that
no.
shit.
So for first car, you think it's
Fuck that shit.
okay?
It's you already knew that I passionately hate General Motors products, so
Yeah, but that's
and we're not starting
that's
strong by
appliance. That's like
no,
luxury
Roomba.
bad crossover sort of things.
The fancy
But-
fucking trailblazer.
Okay, so you're saying a D or an F? Where we're going?
I think I want to make it a D just in case something worse comes in.
Okay, so we're
because it'll probably get
Yeah.
2/3 way through the
So-
warranty before it implodes. Like,
It's okay.
well, no, this
to
is like
put
today.
that-
This is already like you buy this used.
Fuck that.
could you imagine buying that thing?
Fuck that
Could
shit.
you being that person?
Okay, Mike, we're going pretty low here. Where do you put this? Come on, give me.
Oh, I'm
give me some
putting.
spicy.
Okay, so I'm putting this like in a D,
Okay.
just because. So there used to be an infomercial for the GMC Envoy in all of its permutations,
Okay.
which was fancy fucking trailblazer, fancier fucking trailblazer, fanciest Avalanche.
Do you have a bit of fun facts on it? Was there some crazy feature about this thing or anything?
Rear wheel steering.
No,
It was an option.
No,
Rear wheel
I'm going-
steering
I'm going
was
so
an
was this
option.
the only GMC
okay.
that ever found its way in? Like,
I think it was one of those like
did they have to take it out of the Corvette that year to put it in this?
or it was one of those like they didn't tell you about
No.
it, but like you have to go to the dealership and actually look at the paperwork
if
to
this is-
see that it was an option. But no, in this infomercial, like yeah, they made it a point, be like, yeah, like tighter turning, and you wouldn't necessarily turn into a lane when you're merging. You would kind of
glide.
slide over.
Well, if I'm remember, if this is the same rear steering, I think it is. It's like 15 fucking degrees of rear angle.
It's comically huge.
It's a lot. I've seen them do it.
So-
Crab walk. Yes.
Yeah,
with,
so like, well, no,
Indian.
when you crabbed, I think it was only like
it's under 10 or something.
yeah, it
like
was
that.
like 7.
Okay.
No, it was still a lot for under 10. It was like
Was it?
7 or 8.
Really.
I'm just like, that's a problem. That's too much.
So I'm gonna go C. You say C, or do you think
D,
You
man.
guys think D?
It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, majority says D.
D.
Okay, next we have the Boxster, the first generation Boxster, not an S. It's probably an auto.
The Will Special.
Yeah, is this the Will generation?
No, this is the first gen. It's like an 01.
Oh,
Shout out
okay.
to Will.
So an
That
01
was
Boxster.
doesn't that make this the car that saved Porsche? Like,
No, that was the Cayenne.
Yeah, that was the Cayenne.
Yeah.
This is a 2.7 liter automatic rear-engined two-seater.
This was a cool.
what,
Mid-engine.
was it
Back in the
truly
day.
a PDK back then?
No,
No,
it's
it's
a
not.
box.
No.
So it was a slush box with 6 or 7
Yes,
years.
because
Yeah.
you
No, like 5 or 6. I think.
yeah, I think it's
Okay.
5.
Yeah.
I think the first iteration of transmission was a 5.
It's a cougar machine.
It's a cruise.
Could it fit golf clubs in it?
Probably the passenger seat.
Yeah, the passenger seat, because, I mean, there's a.
So you picked the worst permutation of box.
Well, because again, remember, like we're working with like 10-ish grand here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 10-ish grand gets you an
Yeah.
auto, rough paint, or the top has a couple holes in it.
My buddy.
So
bought
it's a
this
cheap
for
way to get-
8,000 back then.
What was it?
My buddy bought this for 8,000.
This is,
Yes.
8,000. So, yeah.
I will say.
I want to start elevating it off the bottom because
My-
it is cheap.
My friend group
roadster.
is loving you right now.
Who?
I threw the link in my friend group with a
Oh,
resident Bosnian, and we really want to trade.
fuck the Bosnians. Fuck.
we really
Man,
we really want
it
to
went
trade.
longer than I thought with that.
We really want to trade you for Dayon, and we love Dayon. I love Dayon.
Oh, is the other
his
guy who
family.
sits here?
Huh?
That's the other guy who sits here?
No, Dave sits there.
Oh, Dave.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So what were you saying, Ryan? You were
Dude,
saying-
Okay, so elevating it off the ground, it's like you get pretty cheap Roadster with flat six noses.
So and it's
Everybody likes flat six noses.
going to high school. Remember the first car high school. Rolling with that to high school, you're kind of balling.
Badge envy.
Badge
cheap,
envy.
cheap badge envy.
So B, C. What do you say? What do you say?
B or C, yeah.
Okay.
It would have been a solid B with a third pedal.
It's a B. That's
B?
fine.
Okay,
B is fine.
Mike. What do you got?
It probably shouldn't go below a Chevy
on
Camry.
the cheapest way to get an engine behind the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like just being a Porsche, even though it is garbage,
It's still.
no, like
It's a
somebody,
Porsche.
some poor girl is gonna want to do awful things to you just because it's a Porsche and just because she thinks
Those are gonna be Russians.
it's definitely gonna be from the continent, not this continent, but
Yeah.
you know, a
They say
continent.
Porsche, they know it's a big money. So
Okay, so we're gonna be
good.
okay.
B.
The first gen Passat.
Wow,
Oh
my
that's not
God.
a first gen Passat.
Okay, sorry.
It
The
is.
the 2000s Passat.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's- oh, man.
that's fine.
Yeah, sorry. The first gen is the based off the Fox.
Yeah,
The one that Ryan had.
Okay.
What do you got, Ryan?
So, well, I did not have this. Just
Or you had a Jetta. You had a Jetta. Sorry.
I had a Mark II Jetta.
Mark II,
That's
yeah.
back in the olden times.
Okay,
but
back with the
But-
2-point slow.
I have
This-
1.8, thank you, but
so this could have a whole.
it was worse. Don't worry. So,
This could also options. This could have a 3-liter. This could have a W8 and a third pedal. It also could have a
Really?
2-liter, right?
really?
W8?
Yeah,
You
had
could
a-
get a W8 in these?
Yes, you
could.
could.
And a manual?
Yep, and the wagon as well too.
Yes, it
And
was an
manual Wago? Really?
Yes,
With the
it was
W8.
an insanely rare bird.
There's
but
30
yes.
something of them.
Wow,
in the
that's
US.
My brother's ex-girlfriend, she actually had a W8 wagon Passat of that vintage.
Yeah, they're
It was insane, and I rarely ever saw it come over to the house.
Volkswagen can do some cool things sometimes.
So-
that's pretty cool.
I don't know. So my buddy Andrew's second car was a Passat. Our buddy Andrew.
So were these like optional all-wheel drive? What were they?
you could also
Yes,
get
you
them-
could. Yeah, you could get them 4 months.
Yeah, these things had some crazy.
They're not
options.
throwing a W8 through front-wheel drive. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're. I think you only get the all track in the W8.
Yeah, and it wasn't all track; it was foremost.
Passats are roomy. I like it.
Yep.
So
They're
They're
built
not bad.
well. The 3-wheelers are kind of shit, but the front wheel drive it's transverse, but it's not transverse. It's
Longitudinal.
longitudinal, but front wheel drive.
it's like those legends,
Hey,
which is cool.
second
So,
gen legend.
I don't know.
First gen was transverse.
To
Okay.
me,
Was
this
the
is
bar.
not like a.
Why they felt like changing that?
To me, it's like
It was a car that should have been rear wheel drive. That and like the fourth and fifth gen.
Well, going back a bit, yeah, those V6 manual longitudinal
I know.
legends is like, what the hell?
Dude, I know a dude. He's not listening, but shout out to Tyson Huggy. He's like some weird like Acura collector who's actually gotten some notoriety. He has a second gen V6 manual, like ridiculously clean, super low mileage coupe, and it is.
That's probably the oldest car I'd want a daily drive. I'd be like, give me that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just.
so.
Anyway,
For me,
Okay.
I'm saying this is a B or an A because for multiple reasons. You can get them in tons of great engine options. They're very easy to modify. You get a
Oh.
turbo option, and they make you put up
If
some
you get-
fucking power.
If
you
it's
get-
not
if you-
break, sorry.
Oh,
and
no,
you
no,
can get
you
them
go.
in a manual.
So like if it's not braking on you, pretty cool daily drive. It's got the room.
Yeah.
And they have great interiors.
They're okay.
Yeah,
They're
I
all
think
leather.
Okay, yeah, they're
Okay.
not.
in the context of what we're doing,
No.
this seems kind of A.
Yeah, so
Like
far
that.
this is. I mean, okay, so we've got the automatic Boxster, which is
But you specified like a trim and trans. And
How much?
so
Because
are we
they're
going
both-
with like a certain?
yeah,
Passat,
because I mean
or-
you could get like a cloth 1.8T Passat.
So the reason why I did that because trying to get a Boxster with third pedal in good condition for over 10.
So is it the prices could vary like super widely?
Yeah, but a Passat you can get a W8 Passat for under 10 easily.
From the right seller.
For the right seller,
From the
it
right,
may not-
it's gonna need some work if it's under 10.
Of course,
because
it's a
people-
Volkswagen. It's
well,
gonna need some work.
Well,
It's-
because the people are now understanding that W8 is a real rare bird. So
I'm also going off like 2 years ago for pricing, not going off today's pricing.
this is very true.
But we're being a little loose here. But
So
okay, it seems
Well,
like
also-
it's A.
you think A?
I'd put it like a strong. I don't know. I'd put it a strong B.
Do you think it's strong B?
I was going even for C because of Volkswagen. Fuck Volkswagen.
Yeah,
So then I
It's
guess
the
I guess
only brand that I don't
That
like.
seems like a bad excuse, but that's exactly what I use for General Motors. So
Yeah.
maybe I can't say.
And that's the only brand I hate from.
Do you hate
Germany.
all
No,
do you hate
no,
Volkswagen
all-
Group or just Volkswagen?
Just Volkswagen.
so. I think the problem is we're gonna get everything in fucking B because
No,
We're gonna have to
put it on C, goddammit.
No, it's not C.
Put it on C.
I think it's A.
Put it on C.
A.
Put it on C. Put it on C.
Fuck.
Okay, everything isn't allowed to become B.
Okay, so
Here's
Oh.
a strong.
Oh my god.
First day Chrysler.
the S tier, baby.
S tier. I'm
what
going
are we
S tier.
talking about?
Heavy.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's look at prices. I don't know where you get
Yeah,
these.
just in case anyone's listening, is this just a Chrysler 300 or you got a C on it?
I think it's just a Chrysler 300. Let me confirm
If it's
pricing.
the C,
Oh, so
That's
this
a
generation
B
was
already.
I'm gonna say
That's
A.
a
Hey,
first
it-
gen, right? Or it's second.
first-
well,
How do you
well. So fun fact.
that
so there
first
was a-
bastard 300 existed, right?
Yeah, there was a
Like,
300, but it was called the 300M. It was like
Yeah.
basically a fucking Sebring,
Yeah,
but
Or
somewhat
Intrepid
nicer.
or something. I don't know.
God, there was a
So-
weird time in Chrysler where you had like the Intrepid, the new.
You know how
Yorker,
Chrysler
and
has
stuff.
like its dark days? These are just kind of darker days.
Oh God. Well, at least this.
So
was like
this thing is the low book special. I mean, this is just
Oh, this is the.
nobody finances these for less than double digit APR.
I
So-
had today at work. I had to go take a car to a photo shoot. I'm not going to tell you what car, but it was one of those that you definitely probably would have stopped when you heard me get on the fucking loud pedal.
You could get a C for less than 10.
Of
That's
course
okay.
you can. I'm surprised you can't get one for less than 5.
These types of vehicles don't have bidding wars.
Yeah.
it's still a V8.
So
I mean-
here it is. Here I'm saying A tier with Mike on this one because it's a nice big 4-door. You can put 5 hose in it.
Okay.
It has a trunk for at least 4 dead strippers. It has
Okay.
has a big, powerful engine. The styling looks like a Bentley,
You could get it with the V6 in this generation, though. That thing was a fucking boat anchor.
but from
Is
what
that the
I'm
3.8? Something like that?
no, it's going to be.
It's like a
The,
3.2
whatever was
or-
in the Liberty. I don't
It
know.
was like a
But-
3.2 or a 3.
I think it's sort of it's like a Pentastar bullshit.
So
No,
the positives I'm hearing
actually-
you say are kind of like the Passat but lesser. So I just
Actually-
want to hear you keep going.
Actually, it wouldn't be a Pentastar because the Pentastar is fairly recent.
That's
So
like
for the
2012
first-
up.
Yeah, so for the first gens, I think it was somewhere between like a 2.8 and like a 3.2. God, drunk I'm like Dave. I just know random shit. What the fuck?
So I'm going A. We're going A. What do you guys got?
it can't be higher than the Passat. That wouldn't even make sense.
It does.
I
It
would-
is.
Okay, so
Argue with me, Mike.
I want to say this. So I think A tier, we need to put the Porsche and the Passat.
And then jump. Okay.
B tier, we leave the 300. C tier, we put the van.
I will.
That van should be in C tier.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
van needs to be
It's a
pulled down.
van.
Now that we have some baselines of what's going on here, I think we're good. Okay. Next up on the list.
Oh God.
You didn't hear my.
Oh, sorry,
God
cuz
damn
I-
it.
Zach,
What
are
the
you-
fuck?
Zach, are you sharing this on video?
Oh yes, he
yes,
is. Oh yes.
If I was a black guy, I will go
Demonetize
for
that
S.
stuff. Like,
This
I
is
will
off
go
to a
S,
strong
but I'm
premise.
not. So C is okay, or B. Yeah, that's fine.
so what you're trying to say is that certain types of people buy those cars.
No
That's what you're trying
shit.
to say.
But this is even for your first
How
car,
am I
though.
gonna fucking
First
forget
car.
about that, you know?
Your first car. Okay.
Zach,
Certain communities do aspire to Dodge and Chrysler products.
time out. Let me get a quick 20-second timeout. So since this thing is live on YouTube, you do need to pop in and check what the chat is saying.
Yeah, well, I have just AJ. Hi, AJ.
So
That's gonna
AJ
be
was
like,
in there,
I've
and
called
Taylor
the
from Low
police.
State was. He said
Hi,
that-
AJ. Hi, Taylor.
There we go.
We were in the middle of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Get back into this.
Anyway, back to this bullshit.
First generation Yaris.
F.
Virgin, yeah,
I'm going
fuck
D.
that.
I'm going D.
That's pure performance.
I'm going D because it's not as bad as it could be.
Someone fun fact me on these old Yaris's. I forgot.
I don't think anyone
I
knows in
never
this room
knew.
knows the engines in those.
A
No,
one, a 1 point something.
It was
and
It's got 2 CZ or some shit like that.
No, it wasn't. God,
it's got a Celica GT.
Yeah, no, God, what was a 2ZZ and a 6-speed? Are you fucking kidding me? No, it was some bullshit 1.6 in there.
Of course.
So it wasn't that.
It's like an
great.
FZR
something
Yeah,
like I'm pretty
3
sure it was,
FCR or something like that.
yeah. Although it did weirdly share some components with the Toyota Vitz in Japan. No, it was a 1.5. It was a 1.5. So in Japan, you could do some fun stuff like the owner of Yashio Factory, like crazy S chassis stuff. His daily driver was a Vitz that he supercharged and would go out and just like fuck with people on the highway with because nobody was expecting that. It was also Bass Boat Sparkly Pink. But I mean, Biggie had one. He kept having to replace springs on one side because Biggie was super Biggie at that point in time, not less Biggie like he is now. But I mean, it can handle, but it's not. No.
So what do you got?
I just heard you got on the internet about this thing. I found nothing interesting about it. So.
Dear F, you're not. I mean, you're gonna have to lobby for an over the pants HJ in that thing.
I'm again first car, but you could get them in cool colors though. You can get them in the blueberry blue.
Find the colors,
the
green.
green.
Yeah, no. The only people who were getting into the cool colors were like the reasonably cute chicks in high school whose parents couldn't afford. Yeah, there you go.
Because it doesn't. At least it's not a fucking Hyundai with a fucking 3-cylinder. So there you go.
Yeah. Okay. There it is.
How about that?
What the fuck?
A8.
A8.
Which engine? Which generation?
Probably. What's the smallest engine? Can you get the 3? No, you can get the 3. What was this?
You get a
the 2.7 in it. You get the 2.7 in that.
Yeah, you get a 2.7.
Yeah,
So
2.7
in a D2. You can get a 2.7. God, the weird things I pick up.
Now, if I recall, just with my approximate Audi knowledge, some of these Audis did they not have like a rear mounted like timing chain or belt?
Yes,
the V8s
with a schedule,
like, and the V10s as well too. It also had
the V10s did.
The V8s.
Yeah, the 4.2 V8 had a rear-mounted either timing chain or timing belt. Yeah. Either way, it is a pain in the fucking
ass. I'm going strong C, and let me tell you here. It is the Yakuza Mobile.
No, it's not.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
No, it's not. No, the Yakuza Mobile is goddamn the
LS.
No.
S500
Mercedes.
Okay.
My Mercedes. God damn it. You remember that?
Yes.
I remember the car that almost like a president or a crown, but that's neither here nor there.
Isn't this the Eastern European mobile more? Like
no.
Yeah,
that's for the losers,
this is what the
lawyers.
This is what the Albanians are fucking
No,
transporting bodies.
The kind of car that just kind of shows up in Albania without the proper
the Albanians
paperwork.
are stealing these things.
Mercedes C classes.
All right.
There are most of them C classes and E classes there.
So, shout out to Albania.
Zach, what do we got here? Do they all get Quattro? Can you get a front wheel drive?
I think you can only get the A8 Quattro.
Yeah, the A8 was only available with Quattro.
I don't think it's based off the fucking SUV platform, but that's beside the point.
No, it existed before the SUV.
Does it care? I'm saying C because a full leather, great interior. You could have many activities in that back seat because they are
for
big.
about 10 days before it breaks.
Yeah,
so that's why it's a C.
It's a C.
Yeah, in this country, you're probably getting a 4.2 V8, which
that thing weighs probably 6,000 pounds
on a good day.
You'll be really cool driving that car for a set amount of time.
That's the thing. Like, you show up, like, you pay one of your loser buddies who couldn't get a date to prom to drive you to prom in the A8L that you picked up because people in this country don't understand that L means long wheelbase, which means limo.
Like 8 inches on the door.
Dude,
the doors are so much bigger.
Dude, there is so much room in the back of those fucking things. It's comical, but yeah.
My buddy's dad had a early mid 2000s A6, and even the backseat of that was
yeah. My dad had Audi 100s as I was growing up.
Those were fucking cool.
Except when they broke down.
When those things didn't break.
Oh, dude,
my buddy had an Audi 90. We were the German car people at 16.
2001 Cadillac DeVille.
F.
Is that in North Star gang?
North Star. That is a hard North Star.
F minus.
I think North Star is a disqualification.
But it has the turning lights. When you turn it, shows the.
It's a boomer
yeah,
mobile.
I think Camrys come with those now.
Boomer mobile. Fuck that shit.
Okay, I'm like maybe
straight to F.
Yes.
Yeah, F.
Fuck
we got this right here for you.
Boomers.
Go stuff right there.
What?
Can you see that?
Which one? Huh?
What?
What?
On my screen.
I don't see it.
Oh, Dayon.
No, fuck
what is,
you.
What is
Macedonia is like a tiny piece. Is my dick is bigger than Macedonia. Fuck that shit.
This is great. I'm loving this.
Okay. So we got the Cadillac ETX. Fucking.
Is that the
The Escalade EXT.
Yeah,
Is that the truck?
So
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's
so
the
it's a
fanciest,
pimped out
God
Avalanche.
it's the
damn.
fanciest fucking Avalanche.
God damn right.
Man,
That's something.
Yes.
I'm going A tier. That is.
They're probably cheap now, right?
Because-
What
for
you
sure.
get.
Pretty
Hear
cheap.
me out. That thing is guaranteed to have rear seat TVs. That
Yes.
thing is guaranteed to have full leather interior,
Yes.
chrome wheels.
that thing
Yes.
might have a gram of coke somewhere.
It might have a
I was
chrome-
thinking
That one
that.
too.
You can throw whatever shit you want in the back. You can probably fit a single four-wheeler or a dirt bike back, which is already cool as shit.
You won't, but you could.
You could.
Like,
you could.
being a Cadillac.
Yeah.
I mean, so on the Avalanche, those first gen Avalanche, you could fold like the back seats down, the divider down, the rear seat up, and have more room. With the Cadillacs, you couldn't. So like you have like a 4-foot bed that you couldn't fit.
Why would
anything
they
in.
take that away from the Cadillac?
My favorite thing is when they put
Throw
the
another
bed
pound
cover.
of sound deadening in there.
Pretty much. But here's the thing. So you can't do that. What you can do, because these things are in like squarely white trash price territory, you get a tarp,
Mhm.
you get a hose, you just fire that thing up. You fill the
Oh yeah.
put that thing in the bed, redneck.
This thing's
hot
kind
dog.
of screaming Kid Rock to me.
This is.
Oh yeah, no, this thing is screaming.
You roll up to the dunes with a single dirt bike on that trailer hitch, and you're the coolest dude out there.
Oh yeah, no.
I
this-
feel if I drive that shit, I feel like Tommy Lee, like from Texas and shit. Fuck.
yeah, no.
Yeah,
This
I'm
thing,
saying S tier.
Okay,
I'm saying
because-
A tier. A tier.
No, B is fine.
I think A.
I'm gonna put it.
B.
It can't be A. That's just.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
no,
no- There's no way
it's very similar.
It's a little bit better than the van. It's B. Like,
It's
It's B.
it's aspirational, but just like I want to
In
shop
the
at
wrong-
Target, not I actually want to be affluent.
Yeah, it's like a rich ass Texan.
yeah,
Fuck
those
it.
were bought for poor reasons.
What the fuck are you doing, Zach?
Well, unless
I'm putting it there so we can look at it.
is that a Vauxhall?
Nope. I'm pulling up a
Skoda?
photo. It is the Chevy Astra.
It is a fucking Vauxhall.
Yeah, it's a Vauxhall
It's a
Astra.
Vauxhall. It's an Astra. It's a fucking. It's a Astra.
Right.
Vectra.
Was sold here.
No, it was not. So that's the problem. So
I thought that was a Buick type. Or wasn't it?
later Buicks were
Did they got that?
they became Opals.
Yeah, Opel.
Yeah. So yeah,
So what do you got, Costa? This is for you.
yeah. This is really you.
That's for rich mommies. I will put it C.
See? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just letting Costa have that one.
I will say.
What was that? What do you think?
Moving on.
Oh, I will say we haven't had a request for the Skoda Octavia.
Octavia, that was my second car increase. My family.
Oh man.
Perfect.
Yes.
Uh,
Skoda Octavia. Hey, RS.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
fuck
That
yeah,
was a
bud.
fucking rally mobile, dude. Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Okay, this is a car that I didn't notice until I did this. The Chevy Epica.
What?
The fuck is
Was
that?
that sold here?
Probably not.
Fucking deleted.
That's a Daewoo.
Oh, it's a
Daewoo.
Daewoo. Yeah. Before that.
Wow, F
Chevy
tier.
got it. Yeah.
Nobody, not
F
even
tier.
yourself,
Fuck that
is going to want to fuck you in a date.
Yeah.
Can you keep it USDM next time?
No, he can't. So
Daewoo.
when he was telling me what was going on, not only was it just like random like European or Japanese market vehicles that we never got here, it was also random vehicles. So like
this is-
riding lawnmowers
Yeah,
and shit.
this is what you get from the vehicle generator. Okay, guys, here it is. This is either going top or the bottom. I don't know where it's going.
Yeah, they
PT
are.
Cruiser.
PT
guys
Cruiser.
Was that?
Which one?
I bet you can get
So-
all of
They're
them.
all of them the same
We're
shit.
talking a
Fuck them.
base 5-door.
So in my mind, I'm just going off of what is most likely to be. And most of the degenerate SRT4 owners already have taken the GTs and stripped them for parts.
Yeah.
Because they're awful people. If you have an SRT4 or a Caliber SRT4,
You're awful.
you're terrible. But no, so this is probably like base or slightly above base 5-door. Maybe if you're lucky, a convertible with that goofy ass roll hoop
Oh, I want
in
a
the
convertible
middle
so
of the
bad.
chassis.
I think if you are obese, you can have that. But Fuck
Listen,
that.
I'll
Deep.
take from Costa.
I'm just reminded. So, as far as car
Only
YouTubers,
of these people.
so as far as car YouTubers, I stand for Savage Geese because he's amazing, and he did a long video on PT Cruisers 2 years ago. I'm just thinking of that right now.
I've recently driven a PT Cruiser, and I hated it, but I was very excited to drive it because I've never driven one before. Which I think by the fact I was so excited, I'm saying S tier. I think the PT Cruiser is the.
It was one of the sportiest light trucks of its day.
It really was.
Oh.
No, this is going down there with the Daewoo, man.
Gee.
But hey,
Maybe,
the
yeah,
seats
yeah.
folding down and all that, innovative.
You could fucking.
However, and this is if you
no
can
one's
find
gonna
one.
Fuck you in it.
This is if you can find one because they're all rusty.
This is if
Yes.
you have 3 fucking big ass dogs, and yeah.
And here's the other thing, like as Jason Torchinsky at Jalopnik pointed out, you can fucking anything, and he actually wrote a very long. I think it was like 2,000 words, and included illustrations of how to fucking almost any car.
I'll keep my pro-S short, but to add a little to that, I mean, I've had a number of Accord coupes, and I've had sex on at least one of them.
Attaboy.
Okay,
You
so
don't even need 4 doors.
Hey.
Like, it's just
so where are we going with this? We're going down.
No, this is D or F.
This
Like,
is-
no.
Bad.
D.
that's
F.
assuming it even exists.
Oh yeah, so we'll go.
So-
When's the
No,
last time
it's
you
not
saw a PT Cruiser driving around? I don't see them.
So
Okay,
just
yeah,
because of where I work, I see a shocking amount of them. But that's not because these people sought it out. It was because I need cheap
Do
transportation.
you work at a Main Street dealer that takes the cars Low Book didn't want?
No, I do not.
Okay, all right.
No.
I'm putting it D. 'Cause I like the idea of it being slightly above the Cadillac.
Yeah, no, I work.
It's not a North Star.
No, it is not. No, I work here for those. If you're curious. Yeah,
Chevy, Pacific, Town and Country, whatever the fuck.
that's not a Chevy. That's a Chrysler.
Chrysler Town and Country. Chrysler.
Ooh,
Oh, the
Chevy
Caravan.
Chevy doesn't
Dodge
bother with
Caravan.
fans, do they?
not anymore.
It's a Dodge
Just the
Caravan.
full size.
Dodge Caravan, you can fit more stuff than the fucking Cadillac truck.
Pretty sure by that generation you were getting like automatic doors.
Yeah,
some
you
kind
can
of-
get other
Yeah.
worse than that.
That's fine. Who cares for the automatic doors? You can fit a fucking queen bed in there.
You
I've done
could
it.
The
make
people
that-
who buy these cars
I've
have
done
more
it.
kids than brains, dude. They
I
need
can fit a
something
twin
to
bed
make
in
their
the back
lives.
of my Mazda 5.
You can make that thing a pleasure palace.
Yeah, easy.
You can really fuck up a lot of
You can-
lives with that.
That's easy D or C. Dude.
I have
I think C. I'm going C with that.
C, it's fine too.
That's a real weak C in my mind.
Yeah,
That's a
weak
weak
C.
C.
God,
Or
but,
D is
but think
fine.
about it.
Yeah,
You get
D is
all of your
fine.
friends. Okay,
Would you rather have
Okay.
that or the PT?
I would rather get all of my
I would rather
friends.
have that.
That's
I
above
would-
the PT.
Oh, shit.
Oh, here's a fun Trent story. So I can't. It was when he had his CC, back when the CC was its own thing, not the Passat CC. He had it was in for service for like a long time.
I've seen the video of this.
The Rutan,
I've seen the
which was
Rutan.
the Chrysler Town and Country / Dodge Caravan with Volkswagen badges on it. Yeah, that thing was fucking.
I think it goes D for this reason. If this was in D, it'd be a hard. Which D would you choose? It'd be a hard choice.
But
Ooh.
I say C because imagine
Ooh.
it's
in
less
C,
tight.
it's like by far the C you wouldn't choose.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's okay. Hear me out. It's lunchtime. The bell just rang. You and 8 bros hop in that thing. Like there's people piled on seats, and you're going to the Mickey D's to get some big bitchin'. Like that's.
Well,
a
if we're
tie.
doing that in a C range car, I'm going to put everyone in the panel, man.
Yeah, for real. Listen, we used to do that in the back of my buddy's Ford Bronco.
Okay, I'll say
Back
that.
when Big Macs were $1.
I'll say
Shout out
that.
to McDonald's for their poor decision.
If this was like a brand new Odyssey, I'd say C.
Okay, fine. I'll but we were also
No,
doing
I'm-
it.
D, it's fine.
yeah, no, I think it is a C, but a super like just barely.
This is a line straddler, maybe.
Yeah,
There's not a way to line so
I
unfortunately.
would say put it.
We have to round down because it's
I'll
freaking
put it
Chrysler
on the,
van,
on
dude.
the bottoms.
It's a Chrysler van. It's a utility. You haul shit.
Okay.
And people.
You haul shit and ass.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Dodge.
Is that the?
I don't know.
I thought it was.
What the
a-
fuck
Magnum.
is
Magnum.
Only a fucking American.
I thought
car.
that was a Subaru for a hot
Ah.
Where's
second.
Brandon? I had one of those.
What is that?
hot on me
Oh,
today.
so
It
that,
was
uh,
weird.
Dodge.
It's the wagon,
uh,
not
The Dodge Magnum.
Magnum, yes.
Yeah, Magnum.
Hey, that was kind of cool because that was the first, I think, wagon
Yeah, it
after a
was-
long time.
Could you get one
After
of
a long
these with
time.
that horrible V8 they've been selling for 50
The Hemi.
years?
The
Yes, you
Hemi.
could definitely get it with the
Yeah,
Hemi.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a cool beat.
I mean,
B.
Where's Brandon Coon?
It's
I would go with that. It's a
It's
wagon,
a-
which is already cool to begin with. Like that puts you already one.
Oh, yeah,
skill
no.
lift up. It has a V8,
Yep.
which is cool. You can lay the seats flat and fuck. I say B. Anyone disagree?
No,
I say B because of the price range that it's in.
Oh yeah, no. This is like a $5,000 car
Yeah.
all day.
Hey,
If this was like shit you bought new, this would be a different story.
if you had only one car choice, I mean V8, that thing with a
I
wagon.
wouldn't choose a Chrysler.
I know you will.
Yeah, no,
choose
that is
Chrysler, but
not.
If it's under your budget, I mean,
At the end of this, I want to hear the one car we are all choosing.
Here it is, right here.
Sebring.
It's
Michael Scott forever. Yes, S.
S. Yes, we got S for Sebring.
Fuck
Yeah.
Is ritual,
Sebring,
Michael
Sebring,
Scott, Michael
Sebring,
Scott,
Sebring.
Michael
is
Scott.
ritual
Sebring.
suicide the option?
Sebring, come on.
The
Michael
almighty,
Scott forever.
It's
Come
the-
on.
the almighty Sebring Vert, hallowed be thy name.
Okay, fucking Brittany and
Okay,
Cheer is not
if
going to
it's-
know how dumb that car is. She just
Okay.
knows that she can go to Chick-fil-A with her friends.
Okay,
Okay, Zach, red
the top down.
pill me on this car. What's the coolest thing about
It's a fucking convertible. It's cheap as shit. You can own 10 of these for 10 grand.
it? Okay, they are cheap and they seat
Okay,
4
so
people.
hear me out.
the head of the cheer squad that you wanted to fuck, well, that me and Costa wanted to fuck in high school because we're older than the rest of you. She was
Yeah.
either in this or a late Mark IV Jetta.
I'm kind of shocked how long they
yeah,
made
yes,
those
yes,
cars
yes.
for.
So, but
It just kept.
Chrysler at that point in time, God, I'm surprised they didn't make them longer.
so you're walking up to your car for lunch, and you see Megan and Bethany and Sarah. Those are actually people that were actually in cheerleader at my school, taking that original. And they're like, "Oh, where are you going, Zach?" I'm going to Chick-fil-A. Do you want to come with my top down?
Goddamn, I used to pick up chicks on my college with my goddamn work golf cart. I used
So
to-
Zach is
this
also
guy-
on the cheer squad because he's driving the drop top Sebring. I will say, shout out to the Yell Leaders. Those dudes were fucking rad.
I'm going S.
Was there a direct competitor
No,
to this
no, it's
car
not
at the
S.
same
Fuck you,
time?
S.
No,
Yes,
like
yes.
a big ass
B,
four
hey,
seat convertible
hey,
for
hey,
cheap.
it's an
like-
I think
Going
maybe
A.
the closest thing would have
no.
been like a
Hey.
drop top.
B's fine.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
we're going
really-
B. We're going B. We're moving on.
B's fine.
it feels wrong.
It
but
really, just looking at this, it seems.
you know, that's like a slow piece of shit that has like no redeeming
Yeah,
qualities,
exactly.
right?
no.
Only
But
the
here's the thing.
convertible.
But
If
it
you
is,
wanna
but it
call
is a
convertible.
legend among car guys technically. So
This is
Um,
true.
When you become a manager, that's why you want.
What the fuck did you just put up there, Zach?
Hyundai Veracruz.
A Veracruz. Okay.
Cruise.
You're
before Hyundai got good,
F,
Right
F,
as they were
F.
transitioning.
F.
but it's newer though.
It's
Yes.
a Hyundai.
It's a D.
Hyundai.
It's a D.
I'm saying D2.
Yeah.
Why do you?
It's-
a Hyundai.
Because
It's
it's
more
a-
reliable than a North Star.
Yeah, it's
Really?
reliable.
Yeah.
kind
It's,
of. Even before
it's
yeah.
not. It's that weird period where they weren't, where Hyundai Kia isn't where they are now, where they're
Yeah.
actually
is like-
semi-desirable. This is where they were like, they actually had a booth at the inside of the auto
So-
show, not in the lobby.
This is like how you have that person you know, or 10 people that you know, that suck at buying cars and they keep buying a car every few years on a budget.
Mhm.
And they pick this, and it's still a piece of shit, but it's not as bad
This
as
is-
they could have.
This is the person who buys it and then go, well, yeah, I only spent 18 grand on it, but it's a new car.
I have a,
Did you have a new car? I have a new car.
I have a better.
You have
thing
warranty
for
on your
this.
car.
And
Let's hear
it's- So this isn't a person who buys a car. This is your friend who is constantly a fuck up. Like they barely graduated high school. All right. And then they got a job and they're just like, nah, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna like move up. I'm gonna make a ton of money. And they realized that wasn't happening. This is the friend who realized that, you know what, community college, while not ideal, not awful. The Hyundai Veracruz. Not awful.
The Hyundai Veracruz is the second career community college.
That's what I said.
It's
This
that-
is the
It's
community
that
college.
It's your like 30-year-old friend who's taken night classes because
Third
he wants to
career,
go-
I'm going to be a realtor now.
I'm gonna better myself.
And speaking
I
of
get a
bettering
4-year
myself,
degree at the community college.
But the Jag thing.
the Jag X Type.
Oh, the fancy
That's a-
Mondeo.
My mom considered these when they
Is
were
that a
cheap
Ford?
because that's what
Yes,
people
Oh
did.
yeah, it's a Ford Mondeo. Costa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Those
I'm
are the
going
days of
A
Ford.
lot of
Solid
people
S.
noticed in 2008 that these were like $9,000. with low mileage. Like,
I'm going solid.
man,
B
I get
tier.
all-wheel drive and a
it's
Jag
good.
badge for
B tier.
$9,000.
They're fairly reliable.
And then it just like totals
Yeah.
itself through repairs 6 months later.
They're reliable.
They're actually because it's more
Scares me.
it's more Ford than it is Jag.
Yeah, the Jag just did the interior.
Yeah.
And they did a good job on the interior for what it is.
Yeah, for its era.
Yeah.
For Jag at the time.
I'm going solid B. Anyone disagree with me on B? Or would you say that's a C?
I will go for a C.
You go C. You'd
Yeah.
rather that over? I guess yeah. I'd rather an Avenger and a 300 over that. I'd go C. Actually,
I'll go C.
I'm-
Fuck that shit.
No, I'm putting that in A.
No.
Tell me why.
So you have the name. So you have the nameplate Jag.
Boo! Shut up! It's a Jag. It's a Ford Jag.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to stop talking until you can claim that your country gave us something other than democracy. All right. You can't keep trading on that for 2,000 years. You got to do something
God
else.
damn it.
No, so it's a Jag. So you already can say like, baby.
I have a Jag.
I have a Jag.
I have a Jag.
Yeah. Okay.
This is
that's-
a Jeremy Clarkson thing.
The Jag.
I have the
The
Jag.
Jag.
Do you know what? I might go A tier because
Yeah,
if
so-
I would, I would do that all the time.
Yeah.
Now,
So it is. So you have the benefit of it being a high caliber nameplate, but
Look
it
at the
also
inside.
being something you can take to the Ford dealership and have it serviced because it's like a 3-liter.
So
Duratec or some
if you
bullshit.
own this thing, okay, it's packing a Duratec.
Yeah.
If you it breaks because it's going to, and then you take it to your local certified professional independent mechanic, are they going to bend you over fixing this thing?
So if you take it to your quote unquote European specialist, they're going to fuck you over because that is what they do.
that's not a bad
What?
interior.
Yeah, but if you take it to just like your local mechanic and be like, yeah, dude, it says Jag on there, but all the stuff is stamped Fomoco. That's not a terrible interior for the time.
I would rock that.
Can you figure out if they just
Okay.
kept the
And-
Ford badge on the engine cover? Like,
They didn't. Well, kind of like so. I drive a Mazda 5. That's basically a
Yeah,
Ford
that's cool.
C-Max. It says Mazda all over the place.
Oh my god,
The
you get
stuff
it in a
that has-
manual. Yeah, it's A tier. It's a manual. It's A tier.
I didn't know
It
you
has
could
an
get it.
well, I
A
think
tier. You
That's
have-
that's pretty.
that's manual.
So
But that just which basically, by the way,
Oh,
kind of just makes it a
shit.
Mazda
Okay.
6. But like,
well,
okay,
so that's
sort of.
Hey,
So,
and,
Zach, that's
and
a-
it's British build.
well,
Because Ford Mondeo.
Were
oh,
these
yeah,
things
British.
British
Yeah.
built?
No, because it's British.
Yeah.
Ford
So-
Mondeo. It's so
Yeah.
actually it's European.
so Jet. That's an X type, right?
Yes.
So there was an X type R.
S.
or-
S.
There was an S, and there was also like I think it was just Europe only, but an R.
Yeah, it was the V8. It was the.
Yeah, you can get that thing you get a Mondeo with a V8 in Europe.
Okay.
But you can get I think it was a supercharged V6 here.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
you
don't,
could get
I don't even know
Yeah.
what car this is again. I have to look at my list.
That looks like an Opal.
We got another.
That is
Not
definitely a
Where's the
European
goddamn
thing.
Japanese cars? Where's the jobs? God damn it!
Yeah, where's the affordable shit that isn't garbage?
Yeah,
If we're gonna get non-USDM cars, can we
Kia
just get 7
Magnisa.
Skylines? Like,
F,
Kia Magnia.
F,
It's a Kia.
F.
F,
F it. Fuck it.
F.
It's a Kia. Next.
Moving on.
Kia Rio.
F. God,
Oh, that was on Top Gear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
that was the F1.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
at least
yes.
in the before times,
Okay.
before COVID, wouldn't this have been a $300 car that you couldn't kill?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
and it was been a manual very easily. I
Okay,
think it was
so
like 1.2
D.
liter.
Okay, D.
S-
D,
D is
yeah.
fine.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
God tier.
I was behind
I
it.
feel like a rap star.
Today I was behind an arrogant dude driving a 20-year-old.
Lil Wayne, you motherfucker.
Oh my.
So one of the
Oh,
guys I
my.
used to work with, shout out to Tommy, whose name is not Tommy. His name is like Sergio or something, but for some odd reason he decided to go by Tommy, which was a confusing move. So his daily driver was a Mark IV GTI. When that thing was broken, which it often was,
Like all Volkswagens.
exactly. His backup was a 4.6 Range Rover. So
The car he gets in when he needs to get where he's going.
but he needed to get to work. And let me tell you, that fucking Range Rover was in the parking lot so many times.
I had a buddy's
shocking amount.
I had a buddy's dad that did something kind of similar. He was a radio personality. So if there's one person that has to get to work in the morning without being late, it's apparently someone on radio.
So
And so he had 2 cars. He had a backup car in case his first car didn't start. Both cars were German. Like
Wow.
So he had a E34 5 series and an A6 in case one of them didn't start the other day. And it's like,
So
okay,
it was really just rolling the dice every fucking morning.
I guess. Yeah.
So I'm gonna champion S tier really hard on this for
Oh
several
no,
reasons.
dude, those things are fucking like
They're actually the early ones are very reliable. Because they fucking got rid of the Rover bullshit, which is actually a Buick bullshit.
that's a Ford and 4.6.
Yeah.
It's a Rover.
Like a modular?
The interior is gorgeous. This is the best interior on this list by far.
Listen,
A fucking Chelsea from Cheer is going to give you sloppy head in the back of the seat of that car so many goddamn times.
Some sloppy toppy.
Because Chelsea wants to be taken home in this car because, Chelsea's dad's going to see you open this and Chelsea's dad's going to invite you in for dinner.
you're gonna put a fucking stain on that back seat.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, Chelsea's dad's going to invite you in to fuck in the house.
He's gonna hand you a rubber,
Yes.
and you're gonna throw that thing away because, goddamn it, you're 18 years old.
No, we're not the footballers or athletic people, so fuck that.
We're S tier.
I'm just kind of battling.
Some of
my
us
own-
want to be. Some of us have an Everton jersey up in their fucking closet. All right. Some of us have grandiose options.
Olympiacos, I was Olympiacos, goddammit.
Some of us have
That's
grandiose options of not being fucking.
So I'm
relegated
battling
this
my
season.
preconceived notions right now. The thought that if any Range Rover could be even kind of
It's
reliable.
only the first generation of that
Yes.
model.
Really?
Yeah.
The first
fucking
gen.
Yeah, my
bulletproof.
aunt had an early '90s, the classics or whatever. I think just about ruined her life.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because what happened
Oh.
was they had the piston sleeve failure and the fucking pin on the piston pin.
The wrist pin.
Wrist pins were massive failure points. And so they basically scrapped from start to finish and built a car which was reliable. You can also get this in an HSV.
Yes,
as
you
well,
get
too.
the HSV. It's a supercharged.
4.2, I think. 4.2?
Yes, it was a 4.2 because that was still a Rover-derived engine.
But holy fuck, did that thing bogey?
Oh God,
It was competing with the X5 and it won. So
it was competing with the X5 and the X5M showed up, and then suddenly
the game changed. And then it was like Mercedes was like, "Huh, we can do the same thing too. We're gonna break physics."
and suddenly
This would be a cheap modern day shitpost. Like buy this right now and throw it on the most rubber band tires you can find.
I know.
And just drive that around.
So I'm going Esther. I'm not listening to Costa.
no, this is. I mean,
I'm okay with A.
I'm pushing S just because first, like,
Well, because we also grew up here, which is where we're basing this off of Utah.
Yes,
I know. If I rolled up in one of those, I'm getting Club Toppy.
oh
From the
God,
test
yeah,
school.
there's a whole bunch of good girls who have never done anything who are going to get fucked in the back of that thing in 2003.
And the seats fold flat, and you know fucking
have you ever
Jessica from tennis.
Jessica from tennis.
Yeah,
the whole varsity cheer squad is getting their backs blown out the back of this thing.
Okay, S tier it is.
What is it?
What is this?
MX
fucking
NC.
fuck that shit!
Fuck that shit, Costa Kid. Go home. Go home.
Get out of
Go
here.
home.
It's because
Go home.
Costa's all Miata curious lately.
This
He's
is-
not
I
quite
can-
over the hill.
I'm okay with you slandering Macedonia and the rest of Eastern Europe. This is too far.
This is sacred. This is the only one of the I was like, this might make an S tier. I'm surprised the Range Rover made the S tier.
Fuck it.
The NC Miata is more important than
Okay.
You
in the
hear
history
that,
of the world.
Bosnians?
Yes.
You hear that, Bosnians? God
Wow.
damn
Man,
Yeah,
Dale's gonna
anybody
get-
going to argue with S tier on this?
it. Yeah, that's
This is Miata. All Miatas
Okay.
are legendary.
Yeah,
Okay,
not
again,
Bosnians.
you're not going to get laid in the Miata.
No.
But
It's a selfish car for all the right reasons.
exactly, like you're going to have okay, whatever, like Bruce or whatever is going to be finger
And
popping
full
somebody in his-
disclosure, if you didn't know, I drive an ND2, so I'm gonna be biased. Right? I'm a fucking car.
Yeah, no, like Bruce or Chad or whatever is going to be finger popping Sydney in the back of his E36 325i.
Dude, if
You
you want a
are
car
the-
that will have dudes coming up to you, well,
Dude.
American Muscle and this.
Yeah,
right?
yes. No, okay, so yeah, he's having an awkward sexual experience. You're gonna have fucking grins for days just running up and down the canyon.
Well, and Heather's going to want to join you.
Heather?
Oh,
Who's Heather though?
there's always no.
This
So-
so random fucking bitches at this point.
So as someone who took auto shop every year in high school, like there are a curious amount of cute, single, straight, gals who are in there because they're interested in cars, and they're also taking auto shop for the same reason a lot of dudes take home ec.
Oh, you're also going to get Courtney, who has green hair, a nose piercing, and is going to show you a whole new world. And she is down to go ride the Miata.
No, that's maybe, but
no, you don't think so. You don't think.
I don't know.
Keeping it in the car realm and not
Oh, yeah.
just how much we're all getting laid by the various
Oh, no,
cars on
God,
this
no, the
list.
N-
Like,
No, the NC, everybody hates the NC, but it wasn't the fat Miata. It wasn't terrible.
I will say that I've driven all the
fine.
Miatas and it was my least
It
favorite.
was fine.
But that doesn't mean it was bad.
Yeah, exactly.
To be perfectly honest, I'm going to say something very controversial right now.
We went for a test drive.
I preferred it over the ND. I prefer
Even
the
my
NC.
ND.
Yeah.
Have you driven my ND?
Yes, I'd like to drive it more, but I preferred it over your ND.
Can I drive your ND?
You ask nicely and tug what needs to be tugged. No. But
Absolutely not. I'm not that desperate to drive a fucking Miata.
I just want to drive me out so bad.
Let's move on.
No, we're not moving on because you just tried to drop a bullshit bombshell like that.
Oh yeah, no.
That-
Finish your story.
That apparently an NC is better than an ND too.
From what I
Heavier,
It's
less
cheaper.
power.
It's cheaper.
Oh, it's cheaper. Wow.
It's cheaper.
I felt like it handled better than the stock for stock. I felt like it handled better.
Well,
than
so the ND has some stock handling quirks because they loved body roll.
Yes.
But it's a better suspension design with aluminum everywhere, and the whole car weighs 200 or 300 pounds.
But it felt better.
Yeah.
And you drove mine, and I drive the cheap shit.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I have a base model.
But we drove
a,
base models well too.
I thought I was.
I have an open. I have an open
but
diff.
still,
I have the
it's-
skinny
when
tires.
you buy a Miata, you don't expect speed.
Oh, yeah.
You expect handling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no.
the- I think that's the-
NC, stock NCs handle really.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
But
So that's
It's
okay.
fine. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
a good car.
So even like a modified for those
Oh,
who
I would have.
for
I would have put
Fine.
any manual and any manual Miata on S because
I'll bring
yeah,
the,
no, this
I'll
is-
bring the NB.
Oh, I should have put Fiero on this list. That would have been a fun one to argue.
Dave's not here though.
But I know that's why I put on here.
Yeah. So
Okay,
the
moving
whole
on,
moral
moving
is
on.
buy a Miata.
From the other side.
get a Miata.
Just get a Miata. Yeah. Get a Miata.
Oh,
Coast.
look at this. Oh no!
Oh,
no.
fuck.
Now the second lesson is never buy an RX-8.
Well, buy a
Well,
goddamn.
no.
You're not getting laid in the one.
You can buy an RX-8, but you have to understand what you're getting into.
Yes.
This is
Like,
one of those.
And as somebody who has built
If you have
several,
no idea what you get into,
as somebody who has built several rotary engines, fuck that.
Were any of them
I
a
know.
Renesis?
I helped build one on SS, and I would not do it again.
I know. Oh God.
Was it appreciably worse than the prior generation?
Oh, the 13 feet I could do with my eyes closed.
Dude, my buddy Hayden is putting an FSI Volkswagen motor into an RX-8 because that is an upgrade.
No one will see that coming.
So I'm saying D or F.
B.
B?
Well,
It's fine.
B?
It's
No.
still a rotary.
It's still a
but
rotary.
they're
It's still
cheap.
manual.
If you
They're
are
always cheap.
if you
They
are
had a recall because they
Yes.
would leak oil and start on
I know, but
fire.
if you know how to work on cars, you can
But
maintain
you're-
a
well,
rotary.
okay,
But then you can
In
make
high
that
school,
case
though,
for a lot of
In high school, though,
Yeah,
I don't know
but a
anyone
rotary-
that I would be like, that guy's a mechanic.
These
He's
cars were
16,
so
17 years
bulletproof
old.
that Mazda extended the warranty on them a lot. So
I will say this. So Trent actually had an RX-8.
Okay.
He put a Lotus Elise on order and needed something in the meantime, so he got an RX-8. That thing was a hunk of shit, but he said this, and I will back him up. That 6-speed manual in there, arguably one of the
I think
best-
that's pretty much
Yeah.
an NC shifter though. Those cars shared a platform.
they shared
Kind
a
of. Well,
lot.
I mean, they had some bits, but they were
They shared
fundamentally on the same.
They shared some bits, but
I think the trans was one of them.
the trans was not one.
No?
Unfortunately,
Okay.
it was a different box.
I think the RX-8
Hmm.
transition was more similar to the RX-7, which
Yeah.
RX-7 trans is, I think, top 3 for me.
it was a great 6-speed. Like
Yeah.
God, everything's fast.
For me,
But everything-
So since it's a car list, when it's running right, you forget the fact that
Oh, no.
it might not be running right tomorrow.
It
How good is it when it's good?
It
Like,
handled
it's-
brilliantly. It shifted great. Everything else about it,
Doesn't it have like a shift beat? Like the red line? Don't these things beat?
I can't
Start seeing
remember.
that on-
I can't remember. This is like 15 years
Is this a car for a divorced dad who's convinced he's going to get weekend custody, so he needs those backseat doors?
No, that's the 300. 300 screams.
Okay, so
Back to the 300.
we're
No.
nearing the end of this, so let's temper this out.
This is D for me.
D, Ryan,
C.
C,
Okay,
Costa.
see.
C.
C.
I was gonna go B, so I'll put it into C, and we'll call that a round up at C.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
C.
going to argue with C.
That's hard to see. That's an Evo 6.
What?
Oh, A. S,
Evo
S, S.
6?
Or sorry,
S6.
Lancer 6.
Oh, Lancer.
Just
No,
a
no,
Lancer.
Just the Lancer? Oh, no. That's
I think
hard.
any- I think-
Lancer C.
I think
Yeah, it's
you know
a
what?
hard C.
Any Lancer
Yeah.
is a D or C.
Yeah.
Probably D. Like,
Lancer OC.
Unless
C.
it is my
Base Lancer. D.
unless it was my family's Lancer back in '85, which was a rear-wheel drive.
if
and
it's
manual.
Yeah.
if
no.
it's easily the car you'd pick on that list, then it's probably in the wrong category.
I am surprised by that, but this is a group effort. Nissan
Ooh.
Cube, auto only.
I'm going to put that in B. It's.
I can rolling. It's a newer car, so in high school you get some credit for having a newer car.
Yeah, but
It
it's
seems like a car that would be pretty cheap on 60,000 miles, and it might shit its way to 150.
Oh, it'll get you there.
It'll get
It's a-
you.
It'll
Okay.
get you there. It'll get you there easy.
My girlfriend will love that shit.
They are.
Because it's a cube. It's
Were these from the
Japanese.
CVT
So
days?
just
pre-CVT.
Just super random out there. I drove a manual XB.
Yeah.
Fucking that thing's
Oh,
a
dude.
riot.
That sounds fun.
I was like you put like a B series in that with like an extra 80 horsepower. You have one of the funnest cars out there.
Don't forget that Toyota had a factory supercharger for everything up
Yeah.
Yes,
until
they did.
2016. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Any more power that 80 more horsepower.
That would have been fun.
It would have been. No, so the fun thing about the Cube was it had existed in Japan for like 5 years before we finally got it. So we were basically getting a 5-year-old car when the Cube was released here.
It's like
in
the
US.
Ranger here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Good
went to,
car, guys.
I went to Mexico a couple of years ago when we landed. I'm just like, look at all these 10-year-old cars that are being sold in America as brand new.
We've all been infatuated with Mexican Beetles since they were produced through 2003.
Dude, there were
They
high-
got fuel injected at some point.
Oh, yeah. Dude, there were high aces everywhere in Mexico, and I'm just like, yo, let me get one.
So okay, we gotta do some fire rounds here. Where do we put the cube?
I'm saying C.
C, Ryan.
Or no, B. B.
B, Ryan.
B or C, yeah. It's
So-
a compliment to the car, frankly.
See, because it's a Nissan. If
I'm
it was a Toyota, okay, B.
I'm
Nissan
going
tax is
B
real.
because I'm averaging them.
Yeah.
I'm going B because it's a newer car.
Yeah.
Eh,
Okay, Ultimate Alero.
F.
F,
that's
F
it.
or D.
My first girlfriend who cheated on me
Fuck
had
that
one.
shit.
Fuck that.
F.
fuck that shit. Fuck.
This is floppier than something to be floppy. It's just
Okay, F tier for
F,
the
man.
Alero. I don't know what the
That's,
fuck this is. Hold on, I look at it again.
Is that a Peugeot?
Yeah, it's a 407.
Peugeot 407?
Coast, this is for you. What do you got for us?
Fuck that shit.
F for the Porsche?
That shit is like a fucking Passat.
Okay.
It's a less reliable than a fucking Passat.
So B.
B?
No.
C.
C, yeah.
C.
Because it was
does anybody want that car?
no. Well, that's more for.
Doesn't that look
people
like
like
every other car in the D list?
It
Yeah.
does.
Really,
Yeah.
man, that.
So
you.
what's
That's
elevated?
fine with
it?
D.
Like,
I
Okay,
think,
D. Okay, this is Coast.
Fuck
Okay,
that shit.
this next one, I will physically fight for it. I know
I
who
see
disagrees
it.
with me.
The
I
fuck
s-
is that?
Solstice. It's an S tier car.
No.
Sold.
it's an A tier car.
Shut the fuck up.
It's A. Fuck
Shut
you.
the fuck up. Shut the
You
fuck you.
fuck you too, stupid bitch.
I mean,
Hey,
Okay, I'm
Hey.
arguing with you first.
hey.
Why is it A?
Why is it?
because it's no
GM.
Miata.
Shut the fuck up, Ryan. Mike?
I mean, it was a. It had on paper, it is a great car, but unfortunately, it's GM of the era, so the interior was terrible.
Yeah.
The interior
It's
is
plastic.
adequate.
The,
It is
interior,
I'll excuse the interior slightly.
the
but-
interior was garbage.
Okay,
The
so
Sky was also available, which was
Which
Better.
way better. Yeah.
Looked
way
better.
They did make
Looked
a
better.
shockingly fast one for
Okay,
some.
so you
reason.
could option this with an LS2, but you could also do the same for the Sky.
no, you could not get an LS2 in these cars.
Yes, you could.
You could
I
not
don't
get L2
think
in
you
these cars.
could.
You could not
You
get L2.
could you could get an LS in these cars.
Maybe in Europe, but not in the US.
No,
We
in
gotta-
the US. What you
Axles.
could
You
do.
can get a.
So what you would do is you would.
Anti-craxles.
So what you would do. Me and Chirp had a lengthy discussion about this. You would go to the dealership. You would say, "I want this thing," and they would take your car. And
So
they
it's
would
a
send it-
dealer option, like getting
It
a
was a-
Hemi and your Wrangler back in the day.
Basically,
Something
yes,
like
but it was a thing you could do. It wasn't just like, it wasn't like the Yenko.
It's like
Camaro.
it's a factory approved kind of thing, and you probably retain your warranty. I still,
you retained your warranty because it was all.
I still don't
GM's
really
stuff.
want to count that, but like, I didn't know that though. That's neat.
Yeah,
So
you get the
you could
LS2
get-
with the T56 in there and the limited slip. So that
Here-
was cool.
It's a cool.
In normal times, you could get a 2-liter turbo, 260 stallions.
Yeah,
that's
but
a
here's
lot
the-
of power.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like for roughly the same price, you could get the Saturn Sky, which looked better, had a better interior, slightly, but slightly in this case, we're splitting hairs here.
It's an Opel GT.
Okay, so
It's
no,
a Miata car for
Maybe-
someone that
maybe
wants.
you explain this, but I was looking. It was a third party installation.
Yes, it was a third-party installation. So you would go to your dealership, say, "I want this thing with the LS2." You would point at your Sky or Solstice or whatever. They'd be like, "Tight."
So
And they would get a hot shot, and they would take
And
it to. I think it was a place in Ohio.
Yes, it was Ohio. Okay, so it was not a factory option.
No, it wasn't a factory
Okay.
option, but you would retain your factory warranty.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm going. Why I'm saying S. I have driven extensively a Pontiac Solstice. I have put probably about 1,000 miles on one. They are immensely fun. They're heavy, and they're big around you. They fill up a lot of space around you. But that's a lot of fun because it's like a boat. But
They
in a
weigh
good way.
2,900 pounds. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's
That's not too
They're
terrible.
they're big but not heavy. They are surprisingly fast, and for me, I fit in them way better than any Miata.
So here's the problem with the Solstice. If the Solstice was the only one available, that's fine. But it exists in a universe where the Sky was
Okay.
an option.
So let's say that's the Sky then.
the Sky. It's
It's a
S. The Sky is S.
Yeah, Sky is an S
Okay.
just because it looks
Just on
way better.
looks.
Okay.
It looks way
Okay,
better.
yeah, because
But it
It does
I-
look better.
Dude, a Solstice is a strong. Like I'm not
I,
not trying to denigrate it. It is a
Sky.
strong A. A Solstice is
It's
a
a strong A,
strong.
yeah.
so I don't really care about the looks. I don't like. I think also the looks kind of dumb as is, but I think it handles and drives amazing.
I think I'm straddling A&S, and I'm willing to kind of give it that little bump as a reward for GM trying once every 9
And it
years.
turns
By
It's-
importing an
it's-
Opal and
it's-
slapping
it's-
Pontiac badges.
Damn it,
on
there's
there.
always a
GT.
catch.
It's Opel GT, dude.
It's
cool.
also an
It's
Allison
German
or an
engineering.
Allison transmission, which is incredibly desirable right now too.
Yes,
Yes.
it is something that I'm pretty sure that I think it's either I think the 5-speed that you can get in that thing is it was an AR5 or an early AR5.
Yeah.
That
It's
is a
a-
transmission you can still get on a pallet for $500 and with an Aristo bell housing put behind an EJZ.
It's a Miata for
Okay, last
tall
two.
people.
That's not an S here.
More. That's
What?
more.
That
more
is a
suited.
Saturn
A Saturn
LS.
Scott. What?
That is Saturn.
a Saturn
Ion?
Ion.
I
No,
bet-
it's the
I
Saturn.
have a
something-
neighbor with one.
It's a something 2. It's a Saturn L2.
So that's the
SC2?
that's the
SC2.
suicide door one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no.
But it has a wing though.
Wasn't this once
God.
Saturn's got bad though?
No,
That
this
really
was
is.
When
no, this
they-
was like right before it. Because
when
Because this
Saturn
one
was
time
good.
Saturn blew onto the scene and they were great, and GM's like, can't fucking have that. But
I would put this a solid C or B.
No,
No,
how fast is the fast one?
no, is that the all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive?
It's
That's
ripping
front-wheel.
those front tires off.
That is front wheel drive, baby.
Fuck that shit.
I'm sure the diff is open. It's
Oh,
just-
for sure.
Looks like an ass. Fuck.
I had better versions of cars like this.
so.
That's
Ion
only
Redline,
like
right?
a normal
Ion.
lady will drive.
So an Ion Redline is a fucking weird ass car. It's just a Cobalt with different body panels, which that picture is
205 stallions.
supercharged EcoTech.
For Mormon people, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
so B.
No,
That's
I would.
D.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
base
D,
Ion
D, that's
D.
Okay.
Redline.
There's
For
just
the
better cars like
for the dick.
And this last one for Costa,
What is that?
Volkswagen.
Oh, what?
What?
No, it's a Polo. Dude.
Not
Oh, Polo.
They call it a Fugo.
Fuego, is that fucking Mexican? Fuck that shit.
All right, F tier. Done and done.
Lupo. Oh, the Lupo, it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
a little Lupo. Hey,
B?
come on.
Ish?
Wish we could have had USDM cars like that
B-
on
C-
this list.
I mean, it would have been
Put a
nice,
B,
but
B.
C or B is fine.
Well, that was it.
And we can put our own cars too there. Come on.
okay.
Okay.
Where can you add more?
Well,
No, not really.
no.
more
So,
pictures.
so what I wanted
Slide
to
on
know
more
is,
templates.
what is the one car on here that you would like willingly?
Or pick one from each.
No.
list.
From this list, what car would you change your first car out for on this list?
Oh,
Your first car?
oh, baby,
What would you? It's free. What would you get right now
oh, girl,
as your first car? Again,
man,
that's.
First car.
is the Boxer? Does it have to be an?
I know. I'm saying the same thing. Does it have to be an auto? Because
First car.
Man,
First car. So
I've got an.
I would go. I'm going Solstice. Knowing what I
Zach,
know-
you would buy a Solstice now if you could.
Yeah,
Like, that's the
yeah,
same
yeah,
with the
that-
first car thing.
yeah. So
man,
no.
Just buy a Solstice, Zach.
For 9/11 should fuck up.
man.
Fuck this. List.
I know mine, and it's a little different.
Go
It's
for
a Cadillac truck thing, man. That's a good
You-
first
okay,
car.
That's
Yeah.
not terrible. Yeah.
You can go camping. You can tow a
That's a
boat, I
big thing.
guess.
That's a
Like,
big thing too, because like my 400 got me into camping like I do now, and I think if I would have got something different, which actually what I thought I was going to get was a Fiero, but that didn't
my
happen.
piece of shit Volkswagen, I camped that.
So I will say this right now. I think we've had this conversation before. I think the best first car ever, though, which is on this list, is a Buick Roadmaster.
No.
Okay,
I mean,
fine.
Camry, dude.
Okay,
Yeah, Camry,
Camry
Accord.
or the Yaris.
But Camry's like an Accord that's just going to find a way to break a little less.
Okay, Mike, what have you got on this list?
Yeah, man, I'd probably go with an NC.
And see,
NC Master Race.
Yeah, although
Shout out to Tommy.
I mean, although when it was my time to pick up a first car, it probably would have been an NB.
Yeah.
Just because that was.
I would buy Jared's NB today if I could.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Amazing car.
So, Costa, if you could do it all over again, what car would you get on this list?
Well, if back then I didn't know too much about cars, I'll go for a fucking 300C.
Hey, yeah.
I mean, back when you didn't know too much about cars, you
Yeah.
bought, what was it, like a four-cylinder Camaro convertible, some shit?
No, it wasn't for sale. It was a V6.
Oh, he's sick.
Yeah.
So just
And I did all the way to New York and back with us.
You made it. That's really cool.
Although
Okay,
I-
man.
I will say honorable mention to the 4.2 V8 in the A8 because that is fucking ridiculous.
I like me a German V8.
Yeah, man. And
So-
if you could get your hands on like a first gen SRT8 300C, yeah,
so
I mean, if you
really
could find
so.
a Magnum, what is it, RTS or T?
Yeah.
I don't know.
RTS.
Those are fucking
RT, they,
fun.
yeah.
So ones I just want to do a little cover check, which surprises me here. I am very surprised you got the Range Rover S tier.
It's because you guys were standing for it.
No, I wasn't. It's your fucking
I
choice.
wouldn't have put it up there.
No.
but
But you guys are trying to
that's like-
convince me that they're like Corolla reliable, so it's
Okay,
like,
they're not Corolla reliable, but you have to balance the.
I will
It is a
take-
very nice place to be against the. You're going to be waiting for a fucking tow truck.
And so that surprised me a lot. I am surprised the X Type got an A tier. I thought that was going to be like B or C. I made this list. I am really pissed that the Sebring did not make an S tier. I thought that was going to be a solid S tier.
it's stupid for it to be an A to B, to be honest. Like,
Just because you want to fuck the varsity cheer squad, Zach.
Like,
for the
on its own merits, the Sebring convertible is a pretty damn bad car.
No, the Sebring's terrible.
yeah.
I
I
all
am,
of its permutations.
I am surprised how quickly you guys poo-pooed the Lancer.
It's a Lancer.
They're garbage.
They're
I-
garbage.
They were terrible.
In my head, I thought that was going to be a little bit higher on the list.
I was inside one of the I drove one. It's shit.
What does a Lancer do better?
Don't
than
argue with me. I'm just notating what I
Yeah.
thought how this was going to go.
What does a Lancer do better than pretty much any other front wheel drive
I don't know.
nonsense? Like,
And then nothing on the F tier surprises me. I actually thought we were going to get the PT Cruiser to the F tier, and you guys did not go for that. So
It's.
It has more than 3 cylinders.
That's true.
very practical.
That's
But no,
very true.
I'm creepy. We have a pretty well distributed board here. I was concerned this was going to be like
I
all
would trade
B
the
and C.
Boxster for the fucking Solstice.
It's auto though.
If it wasn't a fucking auto.
Yeah,
it's not
Okay, so if we didn't specifically kneecap the Boxster,
Yeah, if we didn't fucking just take it behind the woodshed.
But
would I rather? I
the
could
Range
I could
Rover.
maybe stifle Zack a bit if I'm like, would I rather have an automatic Boxster over a manual Solstice? I'd have to think about it for a second. I don't definitively know.
Yeah, no. As soon as you put a third pedal in that Boxster, game over.
yeah, that's above it. That's S tier plus.
Yeah, God. Yeah, that's not even. That's in the cooler.
You throw
It's
it.
a pretty cool first car. It's
You
not.
throw
It's
it-
not a speed demon.
No, but if you throw an S behind that Boxster,
A manual Boxster S is
even a first gen. But well, we went way over time.
Doesn't matter.
But I
Not a
think
bad
this
thing.
was a pretty good
Yes.
success. But yeah, well, thank you for tuning in to my first episode of Zach's Ambitious Podcast. I don't even know the name of my own
Zach!
podcast.
Zap!
Zach.
Yes, Zap!
Costa's very into Zap right now.
This is great.
I want to thank my guests here, Costa and Ryan, and my roommate Mike.
Hi. Hey. Also the host and
I'm getting there.
there you go.
He also is the owner proprietor of Cam Automag, where I am hosting said podcast. We also do a podcast every other Monday, which is called Cam Automag. Go check it out on.
It's called the Camcast.
It's called the Camcast on Cam Auto Mag.
I've had 8 beers. How am I better at this
Shut
than
the
you?
fuck up! Let me do this. I can do this. Go check us out on Instagram, YouTube. Mike might be back on Twitter. He's going to be.
I'm back on Twitter. I'm back on all
He's
social
back on
media.
Twitter. And then Mike is doing a new podcast. Also, every other one. It's the in between one.
So, can I
just fine.
It's all right.
Fine.
No,
Go
you
for
don't.
it. Go for it. Go.
No. So, Camcast is every other week. Zach, once a month, will have Zap. Formerly Zach's Cavalcade of Wackiness. Because an hour before he decided Zach's Cavalcade of Wackiness, the working title,
Comes with
Wasn't
these
good.
standard side effects.
wasn't
Sound
going
effects.
to work out so hot. But then the other week, once a month, I have a long form interview podcast where I talk to somebody in the automotive industry or I find interesting. And
Not me.
you're on the list though.
Ooh, I like that.
You really are.
Hey, you're on this for my podcast, and here you are.
Are we signing out?
But yeah, Costa, do you want to promote your Instagram?
Costa's evil. Goddamn right.
Yeah, check him out on Instagram. Costa is an amazing photographer. He's always got cool stuff being posted. Ryan,
also
do you have anything that
creepy
you
shit.
want to promote? I don't know if
No,
you
I
can
just live my life.
promote.
Off,
Ryan's
off
just
of
Ryan.
medias.
Just find him at Cars and Coffee.
You'll see my hot takes on
Yeah.
Facebook comments. That's
Costa's
it.
evil. Don't you know who I am?
He's just a dude. He's out there.
And check me out at Zackworks Media. It's doing something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm Chan Photo on all the stuff. Instagram's private. Twitter's public. Hear me push my leftist views on you.
Well, yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on
Don't you know who I am?
Zap.
Brilliant.